TCC in theory is pretty solid, and from a security point of view, it's still a good thing. But with a lot of security mechanisms, we always see trade-offs. And so first and foremost, users are often inundated with alerts and prompts, and that can be very frustrating. As Stuart mentioned too, this does really impact security tools, especially those that are being developed for end users. So those that are not deployed in enterprise environments. And I'll give you a simple example. One of my tools is a simple DNS monitor. Another one of my tools is a simple firewall. Firewall, pretty standard stuff. And from download till the firewall is running, last time I counted, there were 6 different prompts that the user would have to click allow on. And some of those prompts are good, but I will point out that, my tool is, signed with a developer ID. It's been notarized by Apple, which means they've examined it closely, determined it's not malware. I have the correct entitlements that Apple has given me. So the first is you go to Safari and it's like, hey, do you want to allow downloads from objective-c.org? Okay, sure. And then when you run it, Gatekeeper pops up and says, hey, are you sure you want to run this? This is from the internet. And you click OK. And then we get into some of the specifics where TCC and some of the other operating system mechanisms come into play, where it's like, hey, this is going to install a network extension. Are you sure? Okay, go add it in system preferences, authenticate, and then there's another prompt. And so my point is TCC and some of these other subsystems generate a ton of prompts. And I think a few of those prompts is a great idea, but the problem is, and I've talked to Apple about this, all the teams at Apple are pretty insular. They're pretty autonomous. And so each one of those prompts is like from one team, and they don't really talk to each other a lot. And so, it'd be really great, in my opinion, if at the beginning there was like, okay, are you sure you want to open this? It does A, B, C, and D, versus, prompting the user for 10 different things. And from a security point of view, it's somewhat problematic. Not that we need the user to approve it. I think that's fine. The user should be empowered to do that. But as Stuart mentioned, a lot of the prompts are a little confusing. And I would say about 50% of the emails I get about like, your tool is not working is because the user has clicked, close accidentally, or clicked, okay, or cancel or deny. And then they're trying to figure out like how to go back and re-enable that. Now, I'm not saying that's wholly Apple's fault, right? But the fact that this trips up a lot of people, I think, makes it very confusing. And the end result is the security tool can't function, even if the user is trying to install it. So I think TCC has good intentions and is used in a lot of, does protect users. But I'm not sure how, but I think it could be designed a lot better. And then at the end of the day, there's like a gazillion ways to bypass it. If you look at the every time Apple releases updates for macOS, they publish a document detailing all the CVEs. I would say like at least a quarter, anecdotally speaking, are TCC related bugs, meaning someone has found a way to access the mic or the webcam without triggering a TCC alert, or someone has figured out a way to access the user's desktop directories without going through that TCC prompt.